Hello folks, and welcome back to Tiny Games Lab. This is the GMC 31 game reviews. This is the video number 2, where I will be evaluating 5 to 6 more games of this jam. Okay, so stay tuned and let's watch it. So this is Find the Cure by UnEarthly Ethan. So the game starts with an intro that tells you how to play it. So the game basically gives you red, green and blue colors, and you have to mix and match them in order to reach your goal color. You can also change the alpha by clicking on the plus sign, and the idea of the game is that you have to play around with the 3 primary colors that you get to reach the final colors of each of the vials. So that plays really nice within the chemical reactions. Although it's not a chemical reaction, actually this feels like you're doing some chemistry, so very good. And you just keep picking and picking the colors. Some are very easy, like green, red and blue. Some are harder when you get yellow and you start having to mix colors and switch the alpha. One thing that I learned is that you don't have to get the exactly correct color to move forward, but it's nice to try it anyway. And one nice thing is that by the end of the game you get like a big surprise, so I was not expecting that. Game sprites are okay, I guess. They are very simple, but they get the job done. You have some background music, you have some sound effects, you have a nice intro telling you how to do it. I don't feel that every part of the game feel together. So we have some parts of the game that are high definition, some parts of the game that are pixel art. So I don't really think that it feels like a full game itself, and they're all part of the same game, but I did like how it was the concept of the game and how you managed to achieve this concept by using the themes that were given to you. So go ahead and try it, and I hope you like it. And I'll head just to the ending so you guys can see the ending of the game. So this is Gambrawl by Siolfor the Jackal. So the game starts with this little introduction telling you that it has been 30 years since the Great War that devastated the world and decimated the population. So it talks about food shortage, scarcity of reliable work, and violence, and that you only have valuable skills that are fighting skills. You have to go to this underground arena and fight against various creatures in order to earn some money. The game menu is very simple, and we're gonna go ahead and just start playing. So you choose a card. In this card you're gonna get your opponent, so in this case I got a zombie. Then you roll the dice, and when you roll the dice it picks up how many opponents you have during your fight, and you go ahead and you choose how much money you're gonna bet on that fight. So when you win the fight you win this money. Okay, so I'm the player in the left side, and basically that's just a fighting game. So you have just to punch and kill the zombie in order to get your bet money. So you go back and you choose a new card, you get maybe a different opponent, maybe the same opponent, and you go and roll the dice and you get how many opponents you're gonna have for this round, and you bet again. So the harder the opponent, or depending on how many opponents you have against you, the odds get higher, so you get paid more when you bet and you win. Basically that's how the game itself is done. Fighting mechanism of the game is very nice. You have blocking, you have punching, and you have to use the combination of both in order to win your fight. Each opponent is going to be a little bit different. So you have the zombie, that's pretty easy. You have this shadow guy that is a little bit harder, and then you have the blob guy that is harder. And you have to fight them, each of them with different mechanisms in order to win. I like the game itself. The presentation is very good, graphics are very nice, although I don't feel that the blob opponent really fits into the game. But I think it's nice. You have different levels, you have all the teams coming together, so you have to bet against the odds of you winning this fight. And then you have to adapt yourself to win the fight depending on how many opponents you have and on what kind of opponents they are. In general, I like the game a lot. I just wish there's some more comments in order to do the fighting of the game itself. But overall, for a game jam, it's a very good entry. I recommend you guys to go ahead and play it. So this is a stream of Adaptation by Smiechu. The game has this pseudo 3D effect of old arcades. And you are this target that can either switch colors or switch shapes. You have these random objects coming at you, and you have to adapt your target to the random objects coming at you before reaching them. And by doing so, you accumulate points. If you get a wrong one, you lose points. I'm sorry that the game is a little bit laggy. My computer is not very good. So whenever I have a full screen game with lots of objects flying around, I cannot record it at full FPS. But I believe you can have the feel of the game itself. So the game mechanics itself are very basic. You just have to move around and you have to adapt and adapt and adapt in order to get the correct target to the object that is coming towards you. It's actually very fun to play. First of all, because I really liked how this 3D effect was done with this game. Second of all, I really liked it used the adaptation theme that was a theme that was not very used by other game makers. I believe that also should give Smiechu some points. I really enjoy playing it. I did play it for quite some time by myself before recording the game, and I had a lot of fun. It took me some time to actually realize how to play it, and I still get some keys mixed up when playing it and recording for this video review, but I really liked playing it. I hope you guys can go ahead and play it also, and you'll see how much fun it is. You have this nice background music and some also sound effects that complement the game, so there's very good presentation, very good concept, and I love how it played with the theme of this game jam. Go ahead and check it out. Okay, so this is Black and Shite by Ghandpivot. The game is a platformer game, as you can see, where you have to reach the end of the level to beat it. So you use the W, A, S and D keys to move around, and basically they are not my best keys, and you have to overcome all these obstacles to finish it. One thing that I like about this game is the fact that the graphics are very simple, just black and white sprites, but that convey all the information that you need. Movement also feels very fluid. Not all obstacles are very easy to get through, so that gives some depth to the game. You have to play a little bit, die, play again, trying to be better, die again, and do it many times to beat the full game. A nice detail is that every time you die, the player body is kept in that state for the next runs, so you can actually see where you die a lot of times, and that's where you have to take care during your next runs. Game also has a good background music, and the whole game concept and presentation is very good. There's not a lot of story behind the gameplay itself, and this could be added to improve the overall game feel. Connection to the jam theme is there, where you have to overcome all these obstacles to reach the end of the game, but I also believe that it could be somewhat stronger. In general, I recommend you guys to go and try it out. So this is Against All Odds by Y'all, and this is a typing game. It's very different from something that you would look like when doing a jam. So the game actually has a concept that you have to beat, or you're playing against all odds in the fact that you have zombies coming towards you, and the zombies have numbers on top of their heads, and these numbers can either be odd or even numbers. Whenever you have an odd zombie coming at you, you have to type out the number, and once you type it out, you kill the zombie. The game starts very simple, with very low numbers, and it's quite easy to actually just type it out and kill the zombies. As you progress through the game, the numbers start getting higher and higher, and that makes it very difficult to actually kill the zombies. One thing also is that sometimes you just mess it up and you type an even number and you kill the wrong zombie, the good zombies. So the game for me was very creative. Graphics were very nice. You can see that the zombie sprites have movements, and that gives a good game feel. It has also a pseudo 3D effect of the zombies coming at you. You start accumulating points as you go through the game, so that's also a very good thing. And it gets harder and harder and harder as you play, so that's very nice. Whole game concept was very nice. Presentation also very good. There's not that much history behind of why you have zombies with odd or even numbers, but I actually liked that y'all had an idea like that to beat all odds in this type of game. Also, the game has some background effects that influence the game feel in general. So I recommend you guys to go ahead and play it. It's a very fun game to play and you'll like it for sure. So if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified when I have new videos, please click on the bell button. And if you like the video, click on the like button also. If you have any comments, suggestions for the next videos, please leave them on the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next.